about this? Here's another one I figured we'd do. Then I'll let everyone try out the worksheet. So here, as you can see, this one's a little bit different, right? Because now we know the hypotenuse. We don't know the legs, the length of the legs, that is, of the right triangle. We have the hypotenuse though. Okay, we have this angle. Okay, so we have the angle. We're going to figure out A, and without using A, we're going to figure out B. But again, it boils down to knowing what trig function do we use. Okay, well, so for A, we have adjacent over hypotenuse, right? A, in other words, is the side adjacent to the angle. B is the opposite side, so we have adjacent over hypotenuse. What trig function do we use? Adjacent hypotenuse. Let's use cosine. Cosine. So for A, we have cosine of the angle is A divided by 5. Okay, and just like before, we want to know what A is. That's our unknown. So what I'm going to do is multiply both sides by 5. Okay. Again, you could multiply by 5 on the right side. I did it on the left just to be consistent with this. So what we get is A, wait, 5's cancel. The 5's here, they cancel. So we get A is 5 times cosine of 55 degrees. So that's what A is. And as before, with our calculator, we get cosine of 55 degrees. We calculate that. It turns out to be about this. And so putting that in here, multiplying by 5, we get A is approximately this. This here. So that's what we get. All right. Awesome. Okay, now, so here we got, so again, let me go through it again. We know cosine of 55 degrees is adjacent, which is A, over hypotenuse, and that's 5. That's why we're using cosine. Cosine of 55 degrees, that's adjacent over hypotenuse, A over 5. And we're solving for A. I multiply by 5. These 5's cancel. We get A, I put the unknown on the left side, is 5 times cosine of 55 degrees. And so we use the calculator for the cosine part, as you can see. And we get A is approximately this. You just take cosine of 55 degrees and multiply by 5. Okay, any questions on this? Okay. Now we want to get B. Okay, here, let me go back to this. We want to get B now. Okay. Well, here, B is the opposite side. We have opposite. We know the hypotenuse. So we want a trig function that deals with opposite hypotenuse. What does that? Opposite hypotenuse, sine. Yes. We're going to use sine. So sine of 55 degrees, that's equal to opposite, which is B, divided by hypotenuse. That's over here. So B is our unknown. Let's solve for it. What do? We're going to multiply by 5. Right? We have B over 5. We want B to be alone. So let's multiply by 5. as you can see, right? Then these 5s cancel. We get B is 5 times sine of 55 degrees. That's what we get here. And you know, it's better, well, I wrote it on the left side over here. Now, what is sine of 55 degrees? That's where the calculator comes into play. You know, we get that, and we use the calculator to get this. And then we multiply by 5, and we get B as this. All right, that's fun. So that's B. Okay, so again, all this was showing that if you know the angles in a right triangle, you know the length of one side, you can get the lengths of the other side using trigonometry. Any questions on this? Okay. Well, oh wait, not that yet. So I figured it'd be good to try out a worksheet because I know especially these kinds of questions can be tricky. So let me put the worksheet. It's actually through, what do you call it? Through Google Docs I made it. I actually made it last semester when we had to go suddenly online. You know, I made it for my students. So let me get the link. Here we go. So I will make it available through, what do you call it? Through Blackboard as well. Now here's the link if you want to see it. Let me also share it as well. I'm going to stop sharing this. Let me get to the worksheet. No, there it is. All right. Okay. You know, if you want to check it out, you can. The link's there. I was going to put the link in Blackboard as well. Okay. That's good. Okay, so again, you know, basically here, I figured it's good practice. You're not going to be able to write in the worksheet. You know, I'm not allowing that. You can only view it. You can try out the questions, you know, writing on paper and stuff. I figured for questions 1 and 2, I figured it'd be good to, you know, give you guys about 5 minutes to work on that. So let me stop the recording.